Yes, we can use it
for unloading the data from Snowflake. Actually,
yes.
I have seen in
Yeah, we can do that.
But I think you didn't explain, right? AWS CLI.
Actually, it is not required in the real time. AWS, Azure, or GCP command line interface, they won't use it. So it will be completely automated.
So if there is any interview question, we have to be answer.
You can say yes. You can use it. How we are using internal command line interface, like I use stage name, stage table, stage, same way. But there is nothing. If you use AWS, so you can use AWS and the local file path name and the external staging area. So I have not covered. The reason is in real time, you will never get a chance to work on this command line because this is completely automated. So if you do it manually, then one project migrating into Snowflake, it will take more than 3 years time. So there are already tools available, right? So by the help of Kafka or Firehouse or Informatica, these tools, they will automatically load the data into cloud platforms. So from there, we will load that file into Snowflake.
Okay, Mahesh, thank you.
Yeah. Any questions?
Mahesh, regarding the stored procedures, Snowflake, can you give me some details?
Stored procedure, I have not explained because I have never worked on Snowflake stored procedures. So I can give what is stored procedure. So ideally, who is working on JavaScript side, they will work heavily on stored procedure. So far I have never get a chance, so that's why I have not explained the stored procedure. So stored procedure is basically it's a kind of subroutine. So once you define it, you can call a number of times wherever you want. So which means multiple tasks. If you want to call it wherever you want, you can use it as stored procedures. But for data cleaning and data cleansing, we will do in Python. So ideally, who is working on analytic area, so those people used to use Python connecting to Snowflake. They used to do data cleaning and data cleansing to predict the feature products, whatever it is. Okay. Yeah. So better avoid keeping your CC in a stored procedure. Any questions? For 2 years, 3 years experience, if you keep all the areas you're strong, then they will get out how this guy getting a chance to work on all the areas. So better you skip a few topics. Yeah, yes, madam.
What is the exact role you have to face after getting into the environment? Like system admin, account admin. What are the roles and responsibilities you have to face? Which role you need get?
By default, as I said, you will get a system admin role.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want more details on that, I mean, if you want to involve in area like account admin, then you should be in account admin. So total we having 5 roles, right? Account admin. So account admin roles is basically it will manage the system admin and security admin roles. So it having all the controls in account admin, so they can monitor all our IDs, each and every ID, how much credit card consumed, so that if you are using or if you are utilizing more credits in development system, then they will connect us. So we have to give a proper justification. So why you are consuming these many credits in development system. Okay, and the security admin is basically it will monitor and manage all users and roles. Okay, it just monitor it. And user admin role is basically it will create your roles and it will create users. This is not fixed, so whoever joined as a security admin or user admin, they has to involve only on creating a roles or only monitoring the roles and users. No, it is vary based on organization to organization. But most of the cases, account admin will have a grip to manage all security admins, system admins, user admins, everything. So system admin, it will have basic access like creating a database, creating a tables. So this kind of small execution of the queries. So this by default having some privileges. Even a system admin not have access to create custom virtual warehouse. Okay, and the system admin doesn't having access to connect external stages in either AWS or Azure or GCP until unless account admin give the permissions to system admin. And the public role is basically it is in the name itself having public, right? So whoever, if you apply a public role to the table, which means everyone can access the table. Clear? And one more question, like architect level. So Snowflake will charge you for query queuing. Yes, Snowflake will charge for query queuing. For 1,000 queries, 0.06 credits they will charge. Okay. And one more question.
Mahesh, do we get these chargeability related questions for Snowflake developers? Or,
can you repeat your question?
like these kind of chargeability questions will they ask during the interviews, like how much the cost will?
For as I said, right? So if your overall experience is 10 plus, then they will ask this question. If your experience is 5 years or 6 years or 4 years, they won't accept these questions from you. But if you give this answer, then they'll impress.
Okay.
And one more architect kind of question, how many clusters we can use in Snowflake? So ideally, Snowflake developer, as a Snowflake developer, no limitation, but as a Snowflake expert, maximum suggestible between 3 to 4 per table, not more than that. Any questions?
Can you please explain architecture of a project?
After?
Architecture of project. They are asking about tell me about your project. What you have to tell.
So wherever you guys are strong in the topics, so you can say like So if you keep your project like banking sector or pharmacy or automobile, it may vary it. So if you take a first example of automobile. So automobile is something like where exactly you are involving and which project. So in which means you are a part of the quotation department side or order department side, or you are involving quotation and order, and till the payment also you are involving. So that you guys has to explain. So if you are very clear about your the project which you are keeping in your CV, so you have to elaborate bit. So I have involved in getting the quotations, orders, and placing. So those details we are extracting the data from Oracle or SAP or Teradata or Mango, whatever it is, and we are loading the files into the ETL tool. From the ETL tool, the ETL developers they will convert the file and they will load that file into AWS. From AWS, our involvement will be there. We will load that file into Snowflake database. So I have involved in configuring the notification channel. So how we will get the notification channel is first create integration object. By executing describe integration object, Snowflake provide few of the parameter property values. One is storage AWS IAM user ARN, and another parameter is storage external ID. Copy these two parameters and log into AWS. Search for IAM role, select the roles, go for click on edit trust, click on edit trust relationship button, and there we have to paste these two parameters. Once we click on update, then only AWS and Snowflake can talk to each other in a secure manner. So then after that, create a file format in Snowflake, then external staging area. Then we will create a copy command to load the data from external staging area into Snowflake database. In top of that, we will create a pipe object with auto inject equal to true. So once you execute this statement, then execute show pipes. Then only Snowflake give the notification channel number. Copy this notification channel, go to AWS, and which bucket level you are trying to configuring a notification channel. So you go to the bucket properties and create the event. There you have to paste this notification channel. So whenever the new files appears in AWS S3 will send a notification to Snowpipe service. Snowpipe service will load that file into Snowflake database. This is automated. So when the moment the file will be placed, immediately that file will get loaded. Okay, so what will happen? Are you getting involved in multiple bulk files? Yes, we involved in bulk files. And have you ever worked on a task? Yes, we worked on task. Task is basically to load or schedule query in a specific timestamp. Okay, so when we create a task, by default, it won't start the task. It is our responsibility to start the task. Whenever you want to stop the task, you can stop it by using alter task name suspend. Suspend is stopped. So alter task name resume, which means start. So what are the mandatory parameters here? Warehouse and timestamp. And streams, you involved on streams. And multi-cluster virtual warehouse resizing I worked, and I have involved heavily on auto scale up and scale down functionality. So these areas is more than sufficient. So in your project and you worked. Okay, so after that the people will start asking questions how you guys can load the file and unloading the file, how the error records will be captured, etc. Next question. So the same way for other sectors also. in case if you guys are keeping uh, pharmacy project, then we have to bit elaborate the same way in banking sector. So don't say I have involved in for example, we are going to keeping banking sector projects. In which sector you worked? So that means whether you worked on insurance related or uh, document verification side or third party document verification side or loan approval department side or account opening side, default accounts, credit card side, insurance side, health insurance side, which side it is. Keep any one or max two. Don't keep 5 or 6 areas I have involved. And the same way for pharmacy side, if anyone is putting a pharmacy industry experience project, so you will never get a chance what is the drug formula. So you used to involve only raw material area, raw material in the sense. I'll give you an example. So for every medicine, they will use sugar. Without sugar, no medicine, according to my experience. Okay, so they will add every medicine. They will used to use sugar. So that sugar content is 98% sugar. So the sugar what we are using is not even 5%. Imagine. So how the sugar content 98% sugar that we can get it only in pharma research lab only you will get it. That we can't taste it because our tongue can't be digested that much sweet. Okay, so those kind of confidential information you will never get it. So you may get a chance on number. Okay, so maybe in the barcode or unique numbers you will get it. Based on the unique number, if you want to check it in the actual database, if you are authorized person, then only you will get the detail, very limited information only they will get it. Okay, so the full information you won't get it. Even the persons who is scientist people also, they won't get 100% information because the formula will be built based on multiple scientists. Okay, one scientist cannot give a single formula. It is really difficult. And the reason is if one person is finding a formula and he will quit the job, then he can own a new company and they can use this drug. That's why for high level scientist people, they will have a share in the pharmacy industries. Same for automobile sites also. So they won't go out. So who having a ethical people only, they will get into this place. Okay, so keep this and you explain very limited areas only you guys involved, not for all. Okay, any other doubts?
Yeah, Mahesh, I had faced one issue when I'm loading S3 bucket to Snowflake, which is I got complete records from S3 bucket, but in one column, I got only certain data. Limited data. Some data is missing. What is the reasons behind that?
So have you cross-verified the file which you have loaded in S3 bucket? So
yeah, I had verified.
The data is, the column is maintained proper data?
Proper data it is getting, but after comma, after the parentheses, it is going to be missing.
So which means in Snowflake table the data get loaded, right? So wherever it is missing, there it is getting updated as a null, or only partial data only it is.
Partially it is getting updated.
So partially getting updated in the sense that column you have to define data type as a string.
Yeah, I had tried that one also, but I didn't get.
It will work 100%, madam. So if you define a column type as string in the sense, it will, there is no limitation for that.
Okay.
So it will consider all the characters. In case if there is any special symbols in the column,
Yeah, special symbols are there.
some special, in case if there is any special symbols, the Snowflake cannot be read a few of the special symbols. So if you remove those special symbols format, then you can. Have you downloaded this file from any browsers like Kaggle or?
Yeah, Chrome. From Chrome I had downloaded.
Yes, so when we download that, they will maintain some special characters in the few of the columns.
Yes.
So that you can have to correct that. If you correct it, then it will get loaded.
Thank you.
But I'm requesting to everyone, whoever is trying to looking for a file, so look for the URL, whether that URL is HTTPS or not. Okay, so if it is a trustable URL, then only you can download it. Otherwise, your entire system will go slowly in corrupted. Okay. Any questions?
Yeah, please, one more doubt.
Yeah. Yes. You keep
Is
asking. No problem.
database and virtual warehouse is dependent on each other? Otherwise,
Virtual warehouse is kind of a processor, man. So have you?
so independent,
You are using a laptop or laptop.
Yeah.
So I think you must aware i3 processor, i5 processor, i7 processor.
Yeah, speed. Okay.
Okay, and the next generation is i9 processor, which is already in trial stage. Dell already manufactured. So the reason i3, i5, i7, and if you talk about any processor, i3 first generation till the latest version is 11th generation. So the generation is basically, so this processor in first stage or second stage, third generation or fourth generation, if there is any bugs, so what they will do is the processor, they will recycle it and they will override the functionality and they will come up with the new features. So that is how they will release in the market. Okay, so this is the processor speed. So it is not only completely on processor. The processor will be at a time how many actions, activity can be handled by each processor. So some of the heavy loaded games cannot run in i3. So it will run it, but somewhere you can see the stuck hanging thing. You can do it. You can find it. But if you go for i7 and 11th generation processor, so for gaming sectors, and if you having any meetings, and in that meeting having some lakhs of peoples, so your processor speed is high. So the first preference will be into your laptop only. So it is easily connect to the main server and it can easily collect the data, and you won't get echo voice, and